Why, good evening, YouTube. Kentucky Fried Accent here, bringing you yet another Attila Total War online battle. I guess Total War Attila. Forgive my old-timiness for believing that the title of the game came before Total War. I know that's been changed in recent years. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Let's jump into the battle. So this is going to be Langobards versus the Eastern Roman Empire. I have gone full Germanic something something here. Well, I say that. Not entirely. I think that it would have been more Germanic something something had I brought a bunch of Godensmen, whatever those guys are called. I actually brought 5 scaled clubmen, mainly because I know that the Eastern Romans, the only good infantry they have is HeirofCarthage Guard. And if he brought them, well, whatever infantry I have is going to die at that point. Might as well be the cheaper clubmen rather than the expensive, well, I guess the Godensmen aren't too much more expensive than the scaled clubmen that I have. In defensive mode, scaled clubmen are excellent versus infantry, but not so good against, like, say, crazy good shock infantry or cavalry. They're just awful versus cavalry. So yeah, I've got a crap load of Germanic archers, 6 of them, so 6 200 range archers, so you can see what I was counting on here. And then 6 noble Germanic something something horsemen. And then my general is not a Germanic something something noble. It's actually a Godens warlord, which is it's actually a decent general's unit. I don't know why Attila seems to make so many general units suck, but it works hard too. And his onagers actually came in here and just wrecked 40 of my men with a single shot. So that, I mean, that's a lot of kills. It doesn't give them kills from the fire, though, which is an interesting bug that's never been addressed. So, and then this is the other weird thing. My opponent starts pushing his onagers forward through the line. What? Why would you do that? Especially when there's long-range archers bearing down on you. It doesn't seem like a good idea. So my opponent's infantry center is mostly Protectores Domestici, already in their testudo, which is fine. And then he's got 2 Tagmata Cav on this side, 2 Tagmata on the other side, 2 Menelatoi, and it looks like 2 armored Sagittarii, and then 2 elite Ballistarii. And then his general here in a craptacular Palatina Guard. Watch this! Watch it! Watch it! Ouch! ERE just got his Germanic something something Cav, which was supposed to buy him an advantage in this battle. He just got it nailed by artillery fire. So my opponent's army here, some of you would say that his army's a little bit newbie, because he's brought artillery, but man, his artillery's getting more kills than I would like at the moment. Even just killed a few men of my generals there. I mean, it's actually doing more damage than I thought it would. Now, I'm not recommending that someone bring it, because it's pretty unreliable, probably. But, yeah, it's getting some kills. But now, you're going to see that the investment that you put into this artillery could be very quickly torn to pieces. You can see here that my flaming arrows not only help his men rout faster, but they actually burn his artillery pieces when they go alight. So yep, that artillery unit has been completely burned, and I'm now going to start burning the other one. So yeah, his artillery did get some impressive kills rather quickly, and then another annoying flaming missile hit over here, so he has really hurt my Germanic horsemen quite badly. But I've got horse hewers to help support a cav fight. I've got the archer advantage here, so I'm going to use it. I've finished picking off his artillerymen, and now I'm going to sit here and just exchange with these fundatores. I could skirmish back, but I didn't really feel the necessity. I had him massively outmatched here anyway, so I was like, whatever, I'll just stand here and trade. So I just leave my guys firing. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're doing okay. So yeah, ended up trading with my opponent's skirmishers. That unit got beat up by artillery, and then the fundatores targeted it, which was the weakest unit. Not sure why they targeted it first. They don't have much ammo left. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm paying attention to them. I should just focus on the armored Sagittarii and then the elite Ballistarii, because these are the guys that I want to kill. These guys have a lot of ammunition, 18 to be precise, and 100 missile damage. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of missile damage from those guys. So yeah, his armored Sagittarii are not going to trade well either with my Germanic archers here. That's just the advantage of the Germanic something something factions. They tend to trade better, and it would actually have done me well to switch over to heavy shot here. I don't know if I did or did not. But if I did, then it would make sense. Yeah, his armored Sagittari are going down. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. There's a bit of a skirmishing phase here, because I felt like, hey, if I spent this much money on archers, I can't hurt his Protectores that are in Testudo, but I can certainly just go ahead and kill his archers. I still have to worry about his Ballistari, which are a worry. Let's go ahead. Looks like I'm going to go ahead and come into an engagement. I'm going to get my Scaled Clubmen into shield wall, though, before I engage. That way I can maximize their killing potential. So they get a very nice bonus versus infantry when they're in the shield wall formation. And I am actually going to go ahead and fire at his Ballistari here. See, I actually go ahead and get a couple of kills on them. But his Ballistari are going to actually open up on my Scaled Clubmen, and they are... Well, this one got killed by the artillery earlier. Never mind, I was like, man, did they really just get 20 kills? So my guys are in shield wall. So I'm going to get a nice bonus versus the infantry. So even though the Protectores Domestici are decent in this type of fight, my Scaled Clubmen are going to be better. So that fight should eventually swing to my favor. And then what I'm doing is bringing my Horse Hewers and other cav to pin his cav over here on the flank. So I want to pin these guys. And I've already pinned this side while I bring an extra cav unit around. I'm going to try and swing the infantry fight in my favor quickly, and then try and get to his Ballistari. So yeah, I'm going to quickly do a rear charge here on this Protectores Domestici. This charge was not nearly as devastating as one would think. Frontal cav charges in Attila will usually leave a whole unit dead. But if your unit doesn't line up right on here, sometimes they just get weird, crappy charges, and that's exactly what's happened here. So I have to retreat from his Menolatoi. He's bringing them in to protect. And then we're going to go just get away from the Menolatoi. Yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Now over here in this fight, things did not go as well for me as I had hoped. My Horse Hewers are in here, and they have a very nice bonus versus cavalry. And they're definitely helping versus the Tagmata, but this fight is going surprisingly well still for the Tagmata. And then I do get into his elite Ballistari here, so I just wrecked one of them entirely with this Germanic horseman, and I'm going to ruin the other one too. My opponent's armored Sagittari are surviving, and they're getting some very nice shots, point blank, into these noble Germanic horsemen. But I'm going to go ahead and get a piece of them as well. So the elite Ballistari are off the field, but my opponent's winning the cav fight over here. His Tagmata proved to be very sturdy, and my Horse Hewers, which were turning the fight, are now going to get rear charged, and Horse Hewers are just horse bait on the charge, and you can see that that's absolutely the case there. So those guys are dead. Over here, the cav fight goes better for me because I'm all blobbed in with the noble Germanics and the Horse Hewers, which means that this fight will definitely go in my favor. So my opponent, I think, sees this here in a moment, and he's going to send this Menolatoi out here to try and turn that around. The infantry fight is also going in my favor. My guys in shield wall are doing very well. Even this one that was heavily damaged ahead of time is starting to turn that fight around. An elite Ballistari came back. It's only 20 some odd men, but it's still there. I'm going to target it with my archers, and it goes away. This Menolatoi, I'm just messing with it, trying to keep it away from the cav fight. So I'm using my archers to act like I'm going to charge it in the rear. And then this cavalry has probably come back from routing too, and I need to get it re-engaged. Yeah, as you can see, the infantry fight's going well. I could have swung my general around here too. I probably should have, but for now I'm just keeping him back here. He actually scares enemy units, which is kind of cool. Yep, here he is bringing the Menolatoi out here. Killed some more of his archers, so it's another armored Sagittari down. I'm going to go for this one, though I'm not sure if my horsemen will survive this. Nope, not at that rate. Only 12 of them there. And this fight, I've used my archers to just make it grind out longer, so I'm just throwing in more hit points, basically, that the Tagmata have to kill, and I was hoping to get this Horse Hewer back into the fight. And his Menolatoi is now kind of confused as to where to go, so it's buying me important time. This unit here on the flank that took the rear charge is slowly being eaten away at, so you can see how long certain infantry fights in Attila would actually last. It's just that most of the time you see infantry fights between shock infantry and regular infantry, or just shock infantry and shock infantry. So like kind of heavyweight, high health, lower attack melee fights actually take quite a while in Attila, despite the typical metagame, which is very fast. Now here I'm going to use my archers to, again, just annoy this Menolatoi by getting into the rear of it. I don't even know if my guys will do that much damage because they have horrible stats, but just trying to do anything I can to get that Menolatoi off balance. I go ahead and extricate my cavalry, and I'm going to let my Horse Hewers stay in here with the Tagmata Cav, and they'll actually do quite well in that fight. they have a huge bonus versus Cav. They're just very unarmored and low defense. I mean, they also die, and Tagmata Cav have a very nice attack stat. So yeah, infantry fight still balanced. I did break through on this flank with the Scaled Clubman, and I'm going to bring it out here again to go after this Menelatoi. I want to keep it away from that Cav fight because, again, I want this Cav fight to drag out for as long as possible. And right now that's happening. And then I broke another infantry unit, so I'm going to be able to swing around. And then I'm going to swing my general around finally to get around the flank. Not sure why I didn't do this earlier, but hey, whatever. It kept my general safe. My horse hewers end up going straight into the front of this Menelatoi. I'm going to have to run them away. Not exactly the fight they want to be in. But now the Menelatoi is out here exposed with no support, so it's going to be in trouble. So yep, Scaled Clubman's going to break through. The Armored Sagittari are making a difference, but I'm not worried that they're going to make a huge difference in the battle. And again, see how I'm just toying with the Menelatoi while my archers soak up time from the Tagmata Cav that he badly needs over here. So it's been quite successful. Actually, just now going to finally order my general into the fight. Let's check him out. Godden's Chosen here. Very cool unit, swinging their swords around like saying, like, oh yeah, we're going to chop some Roman heads here. Oh, did you see that spin move? Decapitation? That's why you're Godden's Chosen right there. Godden's Chosen, whatever it is. Nice work. Yeah, these guys can actually go berserk too, which I didn't know, which is probably a good thing I didn't put them in the fight earlier, because if they go berserk, I lose control of them. But here they get into the enemy general, and hopefully they're going to do some good berserking here. Come on, let's get some more Roman decapitation in here. I feel like it's really necessary. Anyway, my opponent brings in his Tagmata Cav in a nice diamond formation into the side of my Scaled Clubman. Gets a pretty nice charge, actually. Here's my Godden's Chosen now. 56 attack, good grief. That Palatina Guards is dropping pretty quick. Let you watch this fight up close, because the fight's pretty much over. My opponent doesn't have enough Tagmata Cav yet left to make a huge difference in this fight. There goes another Roman head. Another Roman head. We're going to be seeing a lot of decapitations here, I got a feeling. And I think my Godden's Chosen just went... actually, it goes berserk here in just a second, if I remember right. Right here at the end of the battle. Yep, there it's gone berserk. Which means it stays fresh, which is cool. So they're going to be on an absolute Roman killing spree now. Look at this guy. Enemy general's gone. Look at this guy, he's like, yeah, hey, we were fighting, but I'm going to go ahead and leave now. So I ended up winning that battle, so a Langobard victory there. My opponent's artillery got way more kills than it's going to show you on the screen because it doesn't show the fire. This Tagmata Cav cleaned up a lot of archer kills, which is why it's so big. But that's because I threw all the archers at it too, just to keep it pinned. But still, that's a lot of kills for a single unit. You can see, though, his infantry just getting straight up outmatched by my Scaled Clubman. If you don't have crazy high charge, crazy high attack infantry, don't go head-to-head to Scaled Clubman. It is not a good outcome for all general intents and purposes. My archers obviously getting a lot of kills there too, not bad at all. And my Godden's Chosen getting quite a few kills there at the end too, which is pretty entertaining. I probably should have used him earlier, but I guess it's never a bad thing to keep your general safe. Hope you all enjoyed yet another battle. Kentucky Fried Accent, otherwise known as HeirofCarthage, signing off for the evening. I will see you all soon.